Hi guys. So this is part two of the video, and I just wanted to share with you guys the second story that I had, which is a little bit longer. So the last week has been just amazing with lightning and stuff. And so on Saturday night, there was a lightning storm in the southern part of the sky. It was sheet lightning. It was just lighting up the whole part of that whole southern part of the sky, and it was like there was a lightning blast every 2 to 5 seconds. It was incredible for like hours. It was a rock show, you know. It was like just an amazing concert going on in the sky. It was so cool. I guess angels are rocking out or something. Yeah, so I was watching it, and I was thinking about this experience that my brother had in Costa Rica with this with another lightning storm. He said that he really connected with it, and that he felt like he could feel the energies building up with, you know, inside of him, and he felt like he knew when it was gonna, you know, he knew when lightning was gonna strike, and he felt like he could almost orchestrate like the lightning, the storm, you know. He felt so connected with it, and so I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna connect with this storm, just try to, you know, just see what happens, you know. And so I got up and just kind of went into my qigong kind of pose, just, you know, like the grounded feet and stuff like that, and stood up straight, and then I just closed my eyes and like sent out the intention to connect. And also at the same time, I think when I do qigong as well, I try my best to surrender, and just to kind of like just to surrender and not have any notions about what it should be and stuff like that. And so I tried to do that as well. And just a couple seconds after I did that, I could feel, it felt like bugs were landing on me. And I felt this a few times before. I remember in 2011, like, things were like, I remember there's lots of shifting in energies across the world, and I remember feeling that for the first time. And, you know, with this notably no bugs, and you feel like they're just landing all over you, you know. And that was really cool. I was like, ooh, something's happening. And I still had my eyes closed, and then I felt my pineal gland, like my third eye, just like open, like the biggest it's ever been, like the most open it's ever been. And like usually I could feel like this pressure here, and I could feel like double the pressure here, like, you know, like anytime I focus on my pineal gland, basically I could feel the pressure right here, and like I want to touch it, you know. And yeah, so my pineal gland opened, and I was like, I think simultaneously I felt this feeling like my body was getting lighter, like I was gonna start floating. Like I could feel that my feet were grounded, and that was, yeah, that my feet felt, I guess, the heaviest part of me, because they were pretty, like, I was pretty grounded. But the rest of me like felt like it was being drawn up, like by my third eye, like I was gonna start floating up, floating away, being led by my third eye. And so simultaneously, when I was feeling that, but also I was hit with this just wave of pleasure, like just wow, like maybe it was bliss, maybe it was pleasure and bliss mixed together, but it was like, it almost made me moan in pleasure. Like it was so intense and just wow, incredible. And I focused on my breathing, and when I focused on my breathing, I could see in my third eye energetically, when I, you know, like when I was explaining in the other video about how I can like see things going on energetically. And so in my mind's eye, there we go. In my mind's eye, I could see what was going on, and it was every time I would breathe in, I was breathing in this energy from, I don't know, the storm or the cosmos or wherever. I was breathing in this energy through my third eye. I was breathing in through my third eye, and it was going in, and then I'd exhale, and then my energy would go out, and it was this exchange, like we were exchanging this energy, and that's why it felt like there wasn't really anything sexual about it, but it reminded me of lovemaking because number one, it was very pleasurable, and number two, it was this exchange. This exchange was going on, and this like intermingling and stuff, and I'm starting to feel these kind of things just talking about it. I can just feel these kind of things in my body, like this kind of energy in my body again. And it was really amazing. Let's see, is there anything else? No, I think that's about it for that one. It was super incredible. I really never expected anything like that to happen when I just decided, like, oh, let's try to connect with this storm. So that was really cool. And then I came inside to go to the washroom, and usually when I'm sitting, this is kind of personal, I guess, but it's not really, I guess. I'm in my washroom, so I like to read. While I have bathroom readers, and they're books, you know, about useless information, and I like them. They're cool. So usually I read that, but that I picked it up to read it, and I'm like, you know what? I think I do it as a distraction, because, you know, you're sitting on the toilet, there's nothing really to do but do what you do, your business and stuff. And so I think I use it as a distraction, and I noticed that, and so I was just like so okay with just not being distracted for a bit, you know, like just completely being in that moment, you know. I was just okay with being in that moment, and I didn't have to distract myself, which was really cool. So I just sat back and enjoyed just that moment. And then I got up to wash my hands, and I looked in the mirror, and I've had another kind of experience like this, you know, in my washroom, looking at the same mirror. This is a fantastic mirror. Because I looked in the mirror, and I looked at myself, and I was like, wow, like, I'm so beautiful. I'm so beautiful. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt this kind of love, like if any of you are mothers out there, or parents or whatever, the best thing I can relate it to is you know, when you see your child for the first time, or when you're watching them sleep, you know, and they're so peaceful and they're breathing, and that's all you want to do. You just want to stare at them and watch them breathe, and just you delight in watching them breathe. And then, you know, they're sleeping, and they might like do a little grin or like flinch or something like that, and you're just like, like, that's just so, it's just like everything they do is perfect, you know. Everything they do is just beautiful and magic, and for some reason, when I was looking at myself, and I was like, wow, like, I'm so beautiful, and I was watching myself breathe, and I was like, I just breathe, and I was having that same feeling just watching myself breathe. And it's not narcissistic or anything. Just so content and just, yeah, loving and watching myself breathe. And then I kind of smiled at that a little bit. And usually when I'm in another kind of mindset, I smile, and if I see myself smile, I'm like, oh, I look kind of goofy. But I smiled, and I was like, wow, like, that's so beautiful. Like, just everything that I did in that moment was perfect and magical and beautiful. And that's the kind of love I want in my life. It might be really a lot to ask for, but I don't care. I deserve that kind of love. I think everyone deserves that kind of love. And yeah, I as I've told some very important people in my life, I want to feel I love this life, and there's, you know, it's a pretty short time that we get to be a human being, and this specific human being that we are right now. And I want to fill each moment that I can with the most love and beauty and magic as I possibly can. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Fill each moment that you can with the most love and beauty and magic that you can possibly muster. Also, to end it, I'm gonna do a little bit of poetry. I'm not the great. No, I'm not gonna say I'm not the greatest poet. I think the stuff I've written is pretty friggin' awesome, but I just don't write very often. So here we go. Okay. I think I can edit this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna edit this. Okay. I'm an electromagnetic being, so I'm an electromagnetic being, so I feel all those things that seem to be unseen. And when I look through my mind's eye, I am able to see where the truth lies. Got a lot to say, so let me summarize. If society's sick and I'm up in its mix, then how can I fit without being in all its cliques? Just trying to find my way on this earth before my time is up and my body turns back into dirt. Wish I could live life from death to birth, making all the right moves, being in the right place. What makes me me? Who's behind this pretty face? The answers to these questions might shock you. Hold up a second while I clear my crown chakra. This tree-hugging hippie just fucking rocked ya. Peace.